A lot of people talk about the stock market crash, the upcoming stock market crash. Not that it's annoying, but I don't like talking about that. I like to talk about what companies to buy if a stock market crash. Now, in just buying stocks in general, what is a good time to buy them at? Anytime you go here and you put in all these terms, if it goes to 14 or 10, I'm talking about the stock market term, the search term, as well as stocks. If on average they get a search term of 14 or 10, then you buy it. And when I say that, this is what I mean. So you see that right here, stocks has a search term of 9, and stock market has a search term of 10. Usually, when it hits there, it may stay there for a good bit of time until either a huge stock market crash or a huge stock market, bullish stock market. But most likely, usually, it's a bullish stock market, and so I do expect that to happen. So anytime it hits there, I think it's great to initiate a position. If stocks in general are down pretty massively, and that happens, then you initiate a position. Now, I'm also going to talk about the risk of each one of these companies, where I still stand on all of these electric vehicle companies, the most popular companies out there right now, things like that. So, I initiated a position in Lordstown Motors at $29.10. I just have to say that. I don't like saying all those things, but I'm going to tell you that right now, just because I need to kind of give you a standpoint of where this company's at, and kind of that I can make mistakes just like you. Well, NEO, we are up around 100%. And also, we have the Very Good Food Company up around 50%, Tanger Factory Outlets, a lot of other companies that have done amazing for us. But I want to talk about the bearish things, okay? So, right, Lordstown Motors, I'm down at least 50%, around 50% on this company. So I lost half of what I put in there. Now that's not a problem for me, as I am a long-term investor. The best investment term is long term. I think that's kind of what the quote from not Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett said. The only difference with me is that I have done my research. I've learned about stocks. I've learned about how to invest in companies, which companies are golden, and so I find this company to be a golden nugget. The risk with this company is if in 2021 they don't produce and push out those electric vehicles like they're saying they will, that is a risk. Now we have to look at that, even though it most likely is not going to happen, but we have to look at that. And if it does happen, I definitely will be selling some shares of this company. So Lordstown Motors down 12% today, up 2% after hours. I don't care about the after hours, because if any news comes out, it can go down again. Now Lordstown Motors is up pretty massively still from its lows. It's up around 30%. So this company is still an amazing company. Up 30% in 1 year is amazing. Think people don't realize how amazing that is, because they expect 100% gains nowadays when investing in these companies, which can happen long term. Also, I just want to say it doesn't matter if you have been investing 10 years or you have been investing 1 year. What determines it is if you have made good if you have learned about investing in the stock market and have really done your research. I mean, a person could have been investing in the stock market 10 years, but that can simply mean using eToro, copying people's trades, things like that. When that person maybe dies or something happens to them, what are they going to do? So, that really doesn't mean anything. So people who say, I have been investing 10, 20 years, and these newbies come in the stock market thinking they know everything, it doesn't matter. I feel like stock market is just like a college education. I mean, you go to college 4 years, and then you're out there, and you're almost just as knowledgeable as maybe those old doctors. So maybe you're going to college for a doctor, go there, study 4 years, maybe you have better grades, you understand everything better. And then there may be some older people who are out there who have been a doctor for years and years and years, okay? So it doesn't matter. I really dislike when people say that. I don't think like they mean it like what I'm saying, but it kind of takes me that way. I just had to put that out there. Anyways, Workhorse, I think this stock can go down to $10, and when it does, I definitely will be trying to initiate a position. I think at $10, Workhorse is at a good price. Now, at the prices it's trading at right now, maybe not as much, especially since I didn't get the contract, and the market sentiment of it is kind of bad with this company. So, yeah. So it's down 11% today. Lordstown Motors and Workhorse are always down around the same percentages, because a lot of people like to associate them with each other, but I tend to think differently. Workhorse is kind of like Virgin Galactic, high risk, high reward. Lordstown Motors, you can't compare it to really any company. It's kind of on its own. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so Workhorse, what I just want to say is a week before everybody expected the announcement to happen that they were getting the Workhorse contract, I put out a bearish video and a bullish video. You may have skipped over my bearish videos because a lot of people do that. I do that too to some YouTube channels just because, I don't know. But, I'm aware of it. I just skip it. Anyways, I really want to bring awareness upon that because I put it literally on the thumbnail, said Workhorse contract $0 because it is worth $0 to them right now until it all is said and done. You can't really do that. You shouldn't do that because it really does make the company overvalued. And yes, all of these companies I'm showing you today are overvalued, but it makes it severely overvalued when you have a huge catalyst that is almost all the way priced in. At $30, it could have been pretty priced in a lot, but it's kind of priced in a good bit. Workhorse, I still think, is an amazing company. All these companies I'm extremely bullish on. It's just that right now, I want to see a little bit more of a dip because, now that they're getting this way, now that they have dropped this much, now I know exactly where I think they can possibly drop. Now, I think Workhorse is an amazing company with many different moats. Everything is great about it except for the pricing growth from that USPS contract. It really is an amazing company. No fundamentals have changed, and all these companies are down massively. But at the same token, they're up massively, and no fundamentals have changed, or they have been up massively when no fundamentals have changed. Now, guys, if you're thinking the stock market crash is going to happen, maybe it will, maybe it won't. We never know. The stock market always booms back after anything happens. So, don't be worried about that. Remember, if you're investing long term, I don't even know why you're watching this video or why you keep getting swayed by these YouTubers' decisions and things like that. Because honestly, long term, you should always make great gains if you pick great companies and have done your research, theoretically. So anyways, Hyliion, I expect this company to drop to $15. When it does, right now it's still undervalued, under $20, but when it does, I expect to get some massive gains from it if I invest in it at $15. I would love to start a position. Though I'm already too much in electric vehicle companies, I wouldn't want to do that. But you never know. I think it could be a really great buying opportunity then. This company, the only risk I really see with this company is not even a major risk, which is technology. I feel like the CEO can do a little bit better of promoting his products and his brand and things like that, as well as in return, that should also hype up the stock a little bit. But we're not investing on hype. We're investing on the fundamentals of the company. I see the fundamentals of this company very strong. They have so many moats. I think if you're bearish on this company, you're only bearish on it because of the previous losses people have received when investing in this company. Luckily, I didn't invest in this company, but I definitely would love to invest in a company around $15. Now, I can't invest in every electric vehicle company. I can't invest in Hyliion, Workhorse, Lordstown Motors, Neo. I can't invest in each and every one of them because that would mean I'm bullish on one single sector. I can never do that, as many different sectors do amazing at many different times. Anyways, also it could give me a lot of risk if one sector does bad. So I just want to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. The best holding period is forever, long term, as well as the stock market will always boom from its all-time lows, and as well as you should invest in the stocks, in my opinion. If you look at Google Trends, which you can search all these terms, anytime it reaches 10, 9 on average from like this, the two terms stocks and stock market, when they reach 9, 10, anywhere between 9 and 10 or 15, so like anywhere between 9 and 15 on average they reach, I think it's a great time to invest in any stock, like any great stock that you've been wanting to initiate a position into that is also down, not just this, but is down and this has happened. I think it's time for that stock market to boom. I'm always looking at these things. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and make sure to subscribe for more. Thank you so much, and goodbye.